to the larger community. Although we would love to see more guards and earths and their children use the computer lab on a daily basis, as it does happen, but more so, we open to all the human families of the planet Earth and everyone in the community. This computer lab been in existence since 2007, and we started in at a basic level in that we was working with Pen 2 computer as far as operating systems. And we have since moved from Pen 2 to Pen 4 to the present day operating system of Windows 7. So it's a current, up to date, almost state of the art computer lab that we have. We also have the flat screens, LED monitors that the youth can use on a daily basis, and of course surf the internet superhighway, which they do on a daily basis for educational purposes, entertainment purposes, occupational purposes, as many of them come and apply for the Summer Youth Employment Program, prepare resumes for submission to the Summer Youth Employment Program, as well as other employers that have applications on the internet. So it's a full service computer lab, which we like to think of it as a public computer center where the public can come and use the computers to develop their skills in the center at Al Youth Center in Mecca, which is at Al School in Mecca. Of course, one of the most greater features that we have is that we have put the 120 degrees of our lessons from our Book of Life upon the computer. And not only is it there in text, but it's also voice activated, wherein you is introduced on a daily basis to the day's mathematics, which is voice activated, and it was a program created by Unique Supreme Allah, who used to be a partner here with me at the computer lab, but he's no longer here on a daily basis today. But 120 that's on the computer, as we have programmed, as well as on this, it covers that 120 from our student enrollment to the English C lesson number 1, the 1 to 36, the Lost Found Muslim lesson number 1 and 2, the 1 to 36, the 1 to 14, the 1 to 40, the planets from the sun, the actual facts. We hadn't put the 12 Jews on that as a body in the 120, but of course, once the youth come and learn the 120, they could develop that and put that on there themselves, as well as any other plus lesson that they may be interested in developing or either learning of, as well as they can again access the internet and go on the various websites that the Nation of Gods and Earths have, such as the 5% Network, Facebook, the Nation of Gods and Earth, the Nation of Gods and Earth Group, the Nation of Gods Health Initiative, and so forth and so forth. You have limited access to the internet and the millions and millions of websites and applications that you may have or other programs on the computer. So the world is open and available via knowledge and information here at a law school in Mecca. Not only knowledge on a verbal basis, but on a computer level and basis as well. So anyone is welcome to come to law school in Mecca to use our computers free of charge, of course, at 2122 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, which is the old 7th Avenue in Harlem. actually one block north of 125th Street. So we centrally located in Mecca, as we call Harlem, and it's easy accessible by train or bus, cab, and even plane. If you're coming from you coming to town and you're getting off the plane at LaGuardia, you catch the 60 bus, come right across the Tri-Barrel Bridge to 125th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, walk one block north to a law school in Mecca, and we right there, and you can't miss us because our flag is so eminently and prominently displayed, where you know that you at the Nation of Gods and Earth's headquarters and center of our universe. And we real enthused about teaching and using all of the mechanical instruments of teaching, and the latest of that in the information age, of course, is the knowledge and skills and techniques of the computer, which we very proficient in giving up those instructions. And if you, when the camera pan and look around, you can see we have a full service computer lab with a lot of historical pictures on the wall of a lot of great people of the past, original people who inspired us and continue to give their positive vibes of positive activities and actions throughout the world. We connected, and as they say in the on information age of the computer, it's good to be connected in a network that has information that's accurate and rapidly accessed, meaning you could access it fast as you do in the computer. And we cybernetically correct, that our hand and eye coordination is perfected with the use of the mechanics that we have to employ and using the keyboard and looking at the monitor display screen. Whether it's a desktop, handheld device, a smartphone that is, or even an iPad, and we wirelessly connected. So we, up to date. We do have one station that is totally wireless, and that's the station at my desk where we have an iPad, a wireless keyboard, and a wireless mouse. And I would like the camera to pick that up so you can see our purely and wholly wireless station. Come on. Can you get up in here? Right here. Here, shoot from this side. Hope you can edit it that.
Which part?
Right here.
Oh, alright.
That's wireless. A wireless mouse, no wires. A wireless keyboard, no wires. And a wireless iPad. That wire is just for the charger. Okay, and we charging. Okay, that's an iPad. And that goes Internet, Safari, so forth and so forth, many applications. And bang. Okay, so we connected. And we do connected things.
Real quick question.
Yes.
When you become part of the nation, and what did the nation do for you as a person?
I became part of the nation at its inception almost in 1964. And at that time I was knowledge equality of 16. And the nation did a lot for me. I believe and recognize to know that it was a life-saving event when I transitioned from being a savage in the streets of Harlem back in a time where it was a lot of pitfalls for the youth to really fall into that was disastrous, dangerous. And I hadn't fallen into it because I was saved by coming into the knowledge of self and gaining the knowledge of who I was, my history, my culture, my way of life, and of course my supreme mathematics and supreme alphabets, and thus on the journey of acquiring 120 degrees Allah the Father actually saved me from the peril of being shot in the back by a police officer after myself doing wrong, and that was stealing in the streets of Harlem. And I took advantage of that opportunity of not being killed and saved literally by Allah the Father to learn the knowledge, the profound knowledge to me that he was speaking of. And he was speaking about the gloriousness of the original man, as he taught the original man was God, the black man of Asia, the supreme being, you know, the son of man, the true and living, walking and talking and showing and proving man, you know, God, as our body, the temple of our very person, told us who we were through the expression of our Creator, as all artists and creators do in their final moment of their creation. They put their signature or their stamp of approval by placing their name upon that they had created. And the name that was placed upon the body, as I had learned through my supreme mathematics, was that of the extremities of my person, the arm, leg, arm, head. And it wasn't, you know, no rocket science genius for me to discover that the first letter of each part of my body, after learning the supreme mathematics, spelled the name Allah. A-L-L-A-H. Arm, leg, arm, head. So I gave my proper due to Allah, as I learned from Allah the Father, that all that was in me was also expressed on the outside of me, and I couldn't be born other than anyone other than who I was, and that was Allah. As we say, we was born as children of the Most High, and being born children of the Most High was our Father, and that was Allah, and that was the God, and that was not only our family name, but that was our family way of life, our family culture, our family characteristics, and our family expression. And that expression was that of righteousness, as opposed to being unrighteousness. We didn't even know no unrighteousness, to be exact, because we was babies and minors, and being minors, all that we had did, we wasn't really responsible for. Our parents was, so we had never really done any unrighteousness. And at the time of the knowledge equality of 16, I was saved and married to Allah in truth and righteousness. And since that time, I learned that knowledge of myself, and knew that I had to learn to add on to that knowledge of self with some type of viable skill, trade, or profession. And as a poor righteous teacher, I aspired to, you know, be a teacher, and went on to, you know, become a teacher by virtue of qualifications and certification through the Board of Education and so forth of that nature. And that I had taught various classes, basic classes, general business class, computer class, and even today I'm teaching seniors at a opportunity of older adults technology services at this senior planet. I'm a trainer, and I teach one of the courses, iPad technology, to older people, 60 and older. And I still teach at a law school in Mecca. I'm the computer lab teacher at a law school in Mecca. Also teach youth at the Bitney Senior Development Housing Plaza, where they have a youth class that I also teach computer science and technology there. That's my profession. That's my way of life, is to teach, and I teach the knowledge of self as well as IT. You know, internet technology and computer science and the like. So this knowledge not only was a life-saving thing for me, but it was a life-empowering thing for me, and it empowered me to know myself, learn more of myself, and to live the full potential of myself and very being.
Why teach though?
Well, teaching is like, for me, much was given to me in teaching. So in much as it was given to me in teaching, I learned a lot. And having learned a lot, it wouldn't really be nothing for me if I didn't also give it. So in giving what I learned, I had to teach it. So it was a natural thing that as I learned, I taught. And as I taught, I became a little more proficient, and in becoming more proficient in that I learned to teach, it was natural to be a teacher, you know, and life is the teacher, the grand teacher, if you will. And I'm only living life, you know, as I learned it, and that was to teach it as I learned. So when much was given, much was required, and I learned much as I was taught much, so I teach much so I could help others learn much.
That's peace.
Peace.